Hello menopausal ladies again. I'm Sally Longden. I'm talking to you about menopause and hormones and how important hormonal balance is at this stage. Of course, Leslie Kenton, in her book called Passage to Power, so aptly named, refers to this huge hormonal change. But she regarded it, as I do, as a passage into your most powerful stage of life. So what happens with the hormones? Well, when we go into puberty, when us females go into puberty, what happens is the estrogen that develops at puberty is called estradiol. This estradiol, as you will notice, changes a little girl, a little tomboyish girl full of confidence, into a much more different teenager. The psychological and physical changes are due to estradiol. Estradiol is the female hormone that keeps us sexy, pathetic, and in the kitchen for most of our lives. It goes out at menopause, thank goodness. We need to realize our full potential and our full power thanks to the hormone that comes in at menopause called estriol. Estradiol is the most dangerous of all the estrogens as well, as it is the most cancer promoting. There's a huge dance of hormones going on during our entire lives. Estrogen is always opposed and controlled by its antagonist, progesterone. Now, progesterone is very, very important for our hormonal, psychological, and physical well-being, especially our mental well-being. Mental well-being because 50% of progesterone receptor sites are found in the brain. So you can imagine if that hormone is deficient, our brains don't work too well. And this is exactly what is going on at menopause. So progesterone levels are at rock bottom, where they have been ever since we stopped ovulating at the beginning of perimenopause. With progesterone levels being rock bottom, this brings out all the estrogen dominant symptoms because we are in a state of estrogen dominance where it should be balanced with progesterone. So now we get weight gain, we get bad moods, we get bad tempers, we get memory problems, we get mental problems, we get depression, we get an increased risk of cancers, we get more autoimmune diseases developing, and so on, to mention just a few estrogen dominant symptoms. At the same time, at menopause, estradiol, which is your fertile female estrogen, start to drop. So these levels now start to drop, bringing out all the menopausal symptoms, such as dry vagina, hot flushes, which people love. Just regard them as power surges in future. And all the other exaggerated symptoms of going through hormonal imbalance. Estriol, which is our powerful estrogen, is starting to rise at menopause, but it doesn't come into full production until we go into postmenopause. So you can understand that there's an incredible fluctuation of all these three hormones going on. Now, what's often offered at this stage of your life is HRT. Now, HRT is the absolute worst thing you can do to yourself. HRT, not only is it a drug, but they are giving us end hormones such as estrogen, the synthetic estrogen, or testosterone, the synthetic testosterone, to try and balance hormones. Your body doesn't know these drugs, number one. They don't know how to, your body does not know how to cope with drugs. So they all lead to terrible side effects. And also by giving an end hormone, it throws the entire balance of hormones out. However, if you give the mother hormone, which is progesterone, progesterone is the most amazing hormone. It not only controls estrogen and progesterone and completes their cycle and is the antagonist to both of those, but it also manufactures estrogen and testosterone. It also manufactures all the corticosteroids. These corticosteroids are a group of hormones that keep inflammatory conditions at bay, autoimmune diseases at bay, allergies at bay. For instance, one of them is your own cortisone, a wonderful hormone. Then also what happens, from progesterone come the stress hormones. And the stress hormones, adrenaline being your fight or flight hormone and cortisol being your worry hormone, are also produced. And unfortunately, due to our constant state of stress, we are constantly producing these stress hormones, which drain any of the existing progesterone that our bodies might manufacture. So this is all contributing to this horrific hormonal mayhem. In fact, not just at menopause, at all stages of life these days. If you are offered HRT, make sure that it is the bioidentical hormones that you are being given. I prefer just to give progesterone, because the progesterone, as I say, manufactures the estrogen that you need at that stage of life. So at menopause, it will be manufacturing estriol, and if you're a fertile female, it will be manufacturing estradiol. It also keeps you unbelievably balanced, because progesterone is nature's Valium. It has this wonderful non-reactive effect in the body to stresses. So it's just the most amazing hormone to give. It is the mother hormone, so it makes and creates huge hormonal balance throughout the body, as well as controlling the bad effects of estrogen. So progesterone has a double role to play. It manufactures, but it also controls. So progesterone levels at menopause are severely deficient, especially if people are stressed. So it's during this hormonal turmoil we experience the symptoms of menopause. However, we can learn to live with them, because this change in our life into the estriol stage of life is really, really a positive event. Estriol is a hormone of power. We realize our power, we reach our full potential, we have freedom at that stage, hopefully, because our children might have left home. Hopefully our husbands have reached maturity, and we should now have time for ourselves. Estriol gives us confidence. It gives us a sense of well-being, a sense of our own power, and we find our dharma during the stage.